Hari Om, Jai Shri Radhe Krishna, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter number 4, Shloka number 34. Tad-viddhi praṇipātena, paripraśhnena sevayā, upadekṣhyanti te jñānaṁ, jñāninas tattva-darśhinaḥ. Supreme Lord Shri Krishna says, learn that knowledge by complete surrender, humble enquiries, and rendering service to the spiritual Guru who have realized the truth and who will teach you that knowledge. The method of gaining the knowledge by which all actions get exhausted is described here. This shloka explains the qualities that are necessary in a teacher who alone can instruct us on the path of knowledge and guide us to the great consummation in all life. It also prescribes the mental attitude and intellectual approach that a student should possess for having an effective and rewarding Guru-Shishya relationship. The first line explains the qualifications of the aspirant. Spiritual education is not imparted to the student by a mechanical teaching process, nor is it purchased for a price. Hence, Sri Krishna talks about three conditions to obtain such divine knowledge. First one, praṇipātena, prostrating yourself. The student must have an intellectual attitude of surrender and meekness, respect and obedience when he approaches the teacher who has to instruct him upon the secret of life. It is not only the show of physical surrender by prostration before the spiritual Guru by the student, but also the intellectual attitude of the student exhibiting readiness to understand, grasp, and follow the Guru's instructions. Just as water flows from a higher to a lower level, so too knowledge can flow only to a lower level. So the student must have a spirit of prostration in him so that he may be able to get himself charged with knowledge that flows from his Guru. So the word prostration used here defines more than his physical readiness to fall flat on the ground at the feet of his Guru. This shows the required mental and intellectual attitude of the student, his readiness for his complete surrender. Second condition, paripraśhnena. Having prostrated himself before the Guru, the seeker should then humbly ask Guru to teach him, to clear his doubts, to lift him from the mine of delusion, to give him peace, and to help him to realize the truth. Here the aim of the seeker, now student, should be to receive light and not to test his Guru's capacity to argue with him or examine the depth of his knowledge. Such an arrogant attitude is futile. The Guru is not disturbed by the questions of his student, but the seeker loses the very aim of his quest by foolish argumentation. As the Guru is an enlightened person, he knows by a single glance at the seeker what type of man he is, what doubts he has, what obstacles he is facing, and gives him suitable instructions when he is convinced about the sincerity of the seeker. Third condition, sevayā, by service. Service to the Guru is mentioned. Blessed are those who have opportunities of divine service. It should be remembered that Guru is not in need of somebody's service. It is meant only for the benefit of the student. To live the life indicated by the blessed Gurus is the greatest seva that an imperfected mortal can offer to the man of perfection. There is nothing that Arjuna can add to Sri Krishna's infinite bliss. Gita Shastra, ultimate Vedantic knowledge, was heard by Arjuna and Dhritarashtra, but only Arjuna understood it because he was in tune with his Guru Sri Krishna, while Dhritarashtra was not. Now the qualifications of a spiritual Guru is mentioned in the second line. They are perfect knowledge of the scriptures and a subjective experience of the infinite reality. Sri Krishna means to say that mere theoretical knowledge, however perfect, does not qualify a person to be a Guru. The truth of Brahman must be realized before one can claim that most elevated position. A spoon cannot have any idea of the soup. Similarly, a Guru who has no subjective experience cannot teach the inner meaning of the scriptures, that is, the knowledge of higher jñānaṁ can be understood only through a teacher who is living it. By attuning ourselves to Him alone can we intuitively come to realize how He feels and acts in the world of ever-changing circumstances. When a student has attained full attunement with his teacher, then the teacher transfers this deep and profound vision to the student. Upadekṣhyanti te jñānaṁ jñāninas tattva-darśhinaḥ. Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.